final minutes. Same score, Bearcats with the ball, trying to drive forward, instead going backwards. Adams sacked by Austin Baska. The home fans going ballistic. They sense the upset, and they now likely control their own playoff destiny with an emotional win over their biggest rival.
It's cool to follow him here, but in terms of like following in his footsteps, that's not really what I'm here to do. I'm here to make a name for myself. I just remember I would always come up here with my friends, and we'd always find a way to sneak into this place, and we'd like throw the football around during the games, during halftime. It's cool being able to do what my brother was able to do. Coach Horn was actually my coach in high school for my freshman and sophomore year, and then whenever I first met him here, I don't even think he remembered me.
He would always remind me of my antics when I got here because I forgot that I coached the kid.
I like watching him just because of his hand, because that's what makes you a difference maker at defensive line, and be violent with him, and he's on top of that, and can't be just an average Joe and say, hey, go play interior defensive line. You got to be a pretty tough dude. And that's, he's an ultimate team player, and that's what you want. You want everyone on your team to be like that. The more they are, people look up to him. People, he leads by example and leads vocally, and it's very impressive characteristics that he has. Just a real good human being.
But Tyler, man, he does everything right. You know what I mean? He plays hard. He works hard. His academics, he does that hard. I go class checking just to have fun, and he's always there. He's always doing the right thing. He's always in the right spot. It's hard to find kids like that, and when you do, you cherish the moments because you know you don't have them for that long.
Well, all throughout high school and my redshirt freshman year here, I've gotten a concussion a lot, basically like once a year. And after I got one last year, me and my family just decided that it was probably best if I don't play.
He came in and, he had a few concussions and felt that he might want to hang it up, and ended up deciding that he would. It was like just melted. I mean, he was like, you could just, because he walks around with like a tenseness in him, like, I'm Baska, and I'm one bad dude. And when he came in there, it was just, like the energy was out of him, and it was really, really tough for him. We talked for a long time, about it, and he sat in that office that day, and it was an emotional day.
When he stepped away, it was tough because you knew it was the best thing for him to go and find out for himself, And when we had that conversation, tears in his eyes, I knew right then the passion in the kid didn't want to do it. I told him, the only person that's in your body is you. The only person that has to make this hard decision is you. And he made the decision to go away for a while. It's like grieving over a wife or something that's died, or your grandmother's died. He grieved over the game.
And he stepped away from it and missed some time with us, I think probably about 3 months or so. But you could always see him around, it was like he was looking over, you just always saw his head pop up, and you could tell that he missed it.
Just going there every day, it progressively got to me. Like I couldn't stop playing. Like the urge just was inside me. I don't know. I'm just sitting there like I wish I could be out there with you guys.
He just walked to my office one day and said, "Hey, I want to do it again." I'm like, "Wait a second. Are you sure?" He's like, "Coach, I just can't let it go."
I don't know what to do with myself after having football every single day for every year for the past 8 years.
This is something I really want to do, and I really want to finish my career here. I just miss it all. I got to get it back, and that's what you want. That's Missouri Western football right there.
Yeah! That was freaking using move!
I want to be known as one of the best D linemen that's been in Missouri Western. That's what I'm working on getting towards.
Every aspect and all the different characteristics that you look for in a player, he's right there.
You can tell how he plays now, that when he made that decision and going through that time of his life, he gained a passion it's just undescribable.
He's came back with a vengeance since then. It's been pretty cool to watch him. And
when you got to get guys like that, you're really not coaching them. You're just yelling at them a lot just so you can, make yourself feel right and make them feel wrong.
I think Tyler's probably the face of Missouri Western, what we're trying to accomplish and what we're trying to build as a whole program.
Man, I want my daughter to marry somebody like that. I want my daughter to be around somebody like that because he's always positive. You know, he's always doing his job, you know, and he's always going to work hard. You don't have to turn the lights on to see if he's working. You never have to check over his shoulder to see if he's working. He's working all the time. And that's what's going to change Missouri Western football.
I don't want to just be known as Baska's brother.
I think that lingers over his head. And, you know, I've been in that position before where you got this All-American, All-Star brother and you're playing the same sport. So it's never Tyler. It's always, oh, you're just his brother, you know. And I think Tyler wants to step out of that shell and step out of that background. Like, I'm not just his brother. I'm coming to be the man. He's going to step out of that shadow, and it's my job to make sure that before Tyler Baska leaves here, he's going to be the best defensive lineman to come to Missouri Western.
I mean, considering we're not doing what that team did, it's still cool to be able to go into the postseason in college, but I think overall until we get to a conference championship, we won't have that same feeling. I think we're on the right path. Progressively since I've been here, we've just gotten better and better and closer as a team. Next year, I mean, everyone says that next year is going to be the year, but I really do think next year is going to be the year. I mean, we plan on going out there and winning. I personally hope that I can dominate their O-line. That's always the plan. I feel like I can. I feel like the rest of our D-line has the ability to do that. I feel like our whole team does.